We introduced yesterday with 49 members of the United States Senate and others who are still reviewing the Women's Health Protection Act. And so the fact that we've grown support even over the last year is heartening. But look, this is a basic effort to restore the rights and freedoms that were stripped away from Americans last summer, and it has real-time devastating effects. In a state like my own, Wisconsin, and the 13 other states that have near total bans on abortion access. I told the story yesterday on the Senate floor of Erica, a constituent who, with her partner Scott, have been wanting to have a child for the longest time, and yet when her ultrasound revealed that her fetus was not going to be able to survive, she couldn't get the health care she needed for her health and her life. And that is happening across Wisconsin. That is happening across all the other states with severe limitations. And we need to act to restore these rights. And we need to have bills like the Women's Health Protection Act to grow that support in the Congress. And we also need to be working on every front at the state level, at the local level. We need to have all hands on deck.
And, you know, what comes to mind is why Democrats didn't try, when the House was in Democratic hands, to do this last year, before Dobbs.
Well, we actually did, in both houses, move for votes on the Women's Health Protection Act, again, to restore the basic fundamental rights and freedoms. We need to grow that support, and we have to do so, especially in the urgency of now, the urgency of the situation where women in 14 states in the United States have virtually no access to abortion care, and we have to work at every level. I'd say in Wisconsin, we have a state Supreme Court race where the issue of whether the women in Wisconsin will have the freedoms and rights to seek comprehensive reproductive health care is on the line. And that's something that we can do just in the next month. On April 4th, that election will be held. But we have to be looking at every level. This fight goes on at every level, including at the national level, where ultimately we have to pass the Women's Health Protection Act.
You know, that April 4th election in your Supreme Court in Wisconsin is one of the signature elections, a real bellwether election, and with so much at stake there in Wisconsin. But let's talk about Walgreens for a moment. Here we are, you know, at a pivotal time with other kinds of measures, you know, Texas and in so many different states moving measures to restrict access to abortion now that the Dobbs decision came down. And then you've got the medical abortions with the pill. The pill has been on the market for 20 years. And what do you say to Walgreens, a national chain, for taking this step?
Well, I think Walgreens really messed up. And I think Walgreens needs to stand up and be very clear to their customers and to the American public about where they will be selling and dispensing mifepristone. This, again, is something that has been approved by the Food and Drug Administration for the last 20 years. It is safe, it is effective, and Walgreens should not limit in any way access to this drug except as they review the state laws in which they operate, in states they operate. But I really think Walgreens messed up and needs to come forth and clarify for their customers and the American people what their position is.
Senator Tammy Baldwin, thanks so much.